It's Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, and this is Chapter 17 of On the Shortness of Life by Seneca the Younger. Ironically, the pleasures of these men are usually plagued by distractions and concerns as to how long the pleasurable feeling will last. Kings have cried at the thought of their rule coming to an end, and rather than be made happy by the immensity of their power, all they do is fear the time when it will dwindle. Apparently, when the arrogant king of Persia beheld the vastness of his troops spread out across boundless plains, he shed copious tears when he realized that not one man among his prodigious army would be alive in 100 years' time. He wept for their fate, whether it be death at sea or on land, in some such battle or even a skirmish. Whatever each man's end might be, he cried because he saw that all of them would perish in time. The mere act of contemplating human mortality made this indomitable man, with his impressive defenses, tremble. Why is such happiness tinged with fear? Because the superficial joy of men is not based on something real, but on something as troubled and fleeting as the life they were born into. How would you characterize those seemingly happy times that men describe as wretched? Even the triumphs of the lucky few are never without some trepidation. The greatest blessings are a source of fear, and fate is no less fickle when things are going well. A man is never satisfied. The more money he has, the more he thinks he needs. Prayers are heard, yet more prayers are always needed. Enough is never enough. Everything we have is by chance, and the higher up in life you go, the greater the fall is that awaits you. A pleasure that is ephemeral brings no true satisfaction to any man. How miserable must be the lives of those folk who labor so hard for something that once gained they must work even harder to keep. They toil night and day to get what they want and worry a great deal about what they have. Meanwhile, no one realizes how many days have slipped by, never to return. Something new always comes along to keep the occupied busy. Hope begets more hope, ambition more ambition. Instead of finding a new purpose, the busy just change the nature of whatever it is that preoccupies them. Admittedly, social obligations can be tiring. Society is a drain. As soon as we have some success, we seek more. A prosecutor with problems turns his eyes to becoming a judge, a bigger, new position that comes with newer, bigger problems. Once he is done with being a judge, he seeks the office of president of the court. His whole life revolves around maintaining his wealth and prestige. Did the barracks set Marius free? As consul, he is always occupied. Is Quintus in a hurry to finish his dictatorship? He will never be free and will always be called upon, even when in retirement. Scipio took on the Carthaginians before he was ready for such a challenge, and the result was victory over Hannibal, success at Antiochus, a consulship guaranteed for him and his brother. Suddenly he is sitting beside Jove. As a young man, he thought little of achievements worthy of the gods, and, when he is old, it will be a bitter exile from a world that will have long ceased to satisfy his expectations. Happy or unhappy, people will always worry. Toil never ebbs. We pray for leisure, but true leisure never comes.